Welcome back to the channel, guys. If you're new around here, my name is John Castillo. I'm a professor and audiovisual producer based in Toronto, and in today's video, I'm going over my hyper-productive tiny desk setup, which lets me stick to a consistent release schedule while also juggling a full-time job at York University and running a company. Let's go. So first things first, let's go over what this desk setup accomplishes. And by the way, if any of the products catch your eye, there's affiliate links in the description below, which would directly support this channel at no additional cost to you. So thank you so much for considering those. So the whole purpose behind this desk setup is 1, to be very permanent, and 2, to be very efficient. So whenever I have time to record a video, I can sit down and just get going. I've set this up with a Mac Mini, an Elgato prompter, Sony FX3, newer RGB 168 LED light panels, Focusrite 2i4, and a Cinco D2, such that whenever I need to record content, my setup is ready to go. It's also a very space efficient setup because a spare bedroom in Toronto does not allow much wiggle room to play with. So being able to get rid of as many tripods as possible was an absolute priority. So let's start with the brain of the operation, a Mac Mini M1 with a Satechi hub and stand. The Mac Mini M1 is starting to feel a little bit outdated though, which is why I also have a MacBook Pro M3. This has sort of become my daily driver, but it's not part of the control center. I have been eyeing one of those new smaller M4 Mac Minis. I know my editor Alex has been raving about his, but for the time being, this one gets the job done. Underneath it is a Satechi hub, which allows me to easily copy things off of SD cards with the slot in the front. I get a few more USB ports, and it's generally just nice to not need to bend over the computer to plug and unplug things such as dongles. For $100, it's a great add-on to the Mac Mini. Connected to this hub, I have my Elgato prompter and a Sony FX3. I have a full video dedicated to why I love this combo so much, so you can click here if you're interested in this setup. But for a quick and dirty, 1, the camera and prompter draw power from the computer, so it's always ready to use when I want to record. 2, I can transition from horizontal to vertical mode in just a matter of seconds. 3, I don't need an additional tablet for the prompter to work, it's an all-in-one solution. And 4, I can use it for a video calling setup, which looks super professional when talking to clients. The Sony FX3 is mounted onto a newer desk mount C-clamp, eliminating the need for a tripod. On the C-clamp mount, I put my Joby 5K Gorillapod ball head in order to easily switch from horizontal to vertical mode. On the camera, I have the newer half cage, which doubles as a built-in Arca Swiss mount, so I don't have to go off looking for one whenever I want to record. When I bought these C-clamp mounts, I bought it in a 2-set, which was around $50, and I used the second clamp for my key light, which is right next to the camera. My lighting setup consists of the newer RGB 168 kit. For the sake of transparency, Newer did send me this kit in the past for a previous video, but since then it's become my primary lighting setup. Especially in a small room where you can't fit those massive softboxes, these LED light panels are prime. I also have a point source light up there, which usually acts as a hair light, and these 3 lights connect with the Newer app, and I can adjust the lighting, I can adjust the color. It's honestly very convenient. And again, that point source light is on the shelf because I don't want any tripods. Well, okay, that's a lie. I do have one tripod over here, but you know, as few tripods as possible. Connected to my Mac Mini, I have a SanDisk 22TB G drive to back up all of my ongoing projects. I also have a portable drive that I use, as well as cloud storage with Google, but I wanted one place that I can easily have a bunch of storage without the need to deal with like RAIDs and NASes. Especially when you're on the short form circuit, pumping out videos weekly. Those videos get recorded and posted with a tight turnaround, so this has gotten the job done for me. Also connected to my Mac Mini, I have a Focusrite 2i4, which I use in conjunction with the Cinco D2 shotgun microphone. Also, I have a whole video comparing this microphone to the better known Sennheiser MKH416, I'll link that up here as well. The reason why I opted for the Cinco D2 here is because I want to make sure that my desk setup is as permanent as possible, so that when I want to record, I don't have to swap anything out. My clients have never specifically requested the Cinco D2, which has been the case with the Sennheiser. And honestly, as far as my YouTube content goes, it sounds great and it gets the job done at half the price, which means that my Sennheiser is always packed up and ready to go for client work. As far as controlling this whole desk, I've got a 27-inch Asus ProArt display, a Keychron K10 for the keyboard, and an MX Master 3S for the mouse. I've been rocking these 3 for the past couple of years and honestly haven't found any reason to upgrade them. At the time that I purchased the screen, the 4K version was like double the price, and ultimately I was more concerned with the color accuracy, not the resolution, so I opted for the 2K screen and to save some cash. The Keychron K10 is comfortable, practical, and satisfying. Honestly, I'm not a big mechanical keyboard person, so I don't have much to go on. I tried it out, I liked it, and I bought it. That's about it. That one's pretty straightforward. But it's a nice keyboard, what can I say? The MX Master 3S feels great in the hand, and I use the side scroll wheel for timeline editing purposes and the multiple computer feature so that I can easily transition from the desktop to the laptop like I'm using right now. And that's my hyper-productive, efficient desk setup. There's many little, not too expensive components here and there that greatly help out if you're also working in a small space and looking for an efficient setup. Let me know your thoughts. I've put everything in the description below so you have easy access to it. If there's something that you think I'm missing that you absolutely swear by, drop me a comment, let me know. I'm always looking to tweak things here and there to improve the setup. Okay, so this is kind of trippy. I've had the teleprompter scrolling for the past couple of minutes and all of a sudden it got to the end of my script. And you know when you've been like on the highway for a while, the car is driving and then all of a sudden you stop and you sort of like, the movement is still happening in your vision. So the script stopped and then I just felt like the entire room was moving upward. That was really trippy. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.